Gemini and cross watchers. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Hope everyone is doing well. So today we are going to take a look at your I Spy tarot reading for the month of March. Please keep in mind, guys, the messages here on YouTube are general. I do ask if you find that it's helpful or that it resonates with your situation, just to support the channel, give it a thumbs up. You're also more than welcome to comment below. Everybody is always welcome here. And if you like how I vibe, you like my style, how I interpret the cards, you're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. So let's just jump right in. In this reading, we are going to look at the situation at hand. We'll pull a couple oracle cards first to get a little grasp on the energy, and then we will dive in with some tarot. And this is just it's a different kind of spread. In this spread, I'm just going to be asking questions and pulling a few cards each time. So there's really no formation. It's kind of however it falls is however we'll take it. The questions that we're going to be asking are, what are their true intentions here? How do they feel about the situation? What are they not telling you? And then we are also going to do an extended reading, and in the extended, we're going to look at steps moving forward, or, looking into the future a little bit. And we'll also get a little bit more in depth on the advice. And I'm going to also ask for some advice in the main message too. So don't feel left out if you're not able or don't do the extended reading thing. That's fine. We'll try to get all the same, I try to get a lot of good information out of these readings, useful information. So Gemini, let's just jump right in here. Got self-worth coming out. Please, Spirit, please. We thank you for the most positive and guiding message for our subscribers. Please allow positive guidance through whatever situation our friends need to hear. And please protect me, the viewer, and the cards from any negative energies. Thank you again, Spirit, and blessed be. So, Gemini, let's see what we got for you guys the month of March. Spirit, what does Gemini need to see here? We're going to look a little bit into the situation at hand and what the intent here is behind it. Most important message here, Spirit, for Gemini for the month of March. What is the situation at hand? There's a message coming through. Let's get one more card here. I feel like there's something being released here because on the underlying energy we have the fledging. So this is something that you may have already let go, like a partner that you've already let go that's trying to come through and give you a message. Meditation. This symbolizes breathing. So brace yourself, gems, because this may be a strong message coming out here. Let's see. Let's see what we can see for Gemini here, Spirit. The first question we are going to ask is, I want to dive a little bit deeper into the situation, Spirit, for Gemini. Can we get a couple cards here for the situation at hand? This past person, this situation they've already let go of. What do they need to know here? Let's see. Okay, a couple more cards, please. So we have the Fool card, okay? The Five of Pentacles was after that card. Then we had the Ten of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. I'm feeling the sense here, Gemini, that this person is going to try to have a new opportunity with you. I feel like they're going to come in and express that they feel hurt, that you've left them. They feel like you've left them out in the cold. I do feel like they seen this as a family situation. They seen the situation as a family situation. And I feel like with the Three of Pentacles, they want to work together. So let's see here. What are their intentions here, Spirit? What are their intentions with Gemini? What are the intentions here? One more card, Spirit. What are the intentions here? This is a very deep connection, okay? And I get the sense here, Gemini, that they feel this deep connection as much as you do. I do get the sense here that one person may be more understanding about what this connection is than the other. Whether that's a soulmate or a twin flame connection, it's going to resonate however it resonates. I do feel like you guys you do have history here, okay? There's a lot of planning, a lot of contemplating here. I don't feel like you guys are in communication. I feel like if you guys do communicate, it's intuitively. It's intuitively. King of Cups. So this could be a water sign that's involved. I do feel like you've walked away from the situation to focus on yourself. I feel like there is a lot of water under the bridge. Now, I'm feeling here to kind of explain, everybody's perception is different, right? That's why they say there's three sides to every story. There's her side, his side, and the truth. So let's get a little bit more information. Tell me a little bit more here, Spirit. So I feel like there's been a lot of withholding. I feel like there's been a lot of fighting, back and forth, arguing in this situation. And this ultimately led to no communication, right? You guys aren't communicating. I do feel like there is some acceptance that needs to be had here of how the situation is currently. And I feel like this is on both people's ends. Gemini, you, as well as the cross-watcher. You both kind of have an air of acceptance. Now, what you need to accept may be different, right? Your person, Gemini, may need to accept the fact that you've already started moving on because you feel like you're hurt from this past situation. On Gemini's part, I feel like you've caused this person some anguish too. So Gemini is not the perfect person in this scenario by any means. None of us are perfect, right? And I feel like that's what Spirit is wanting to convey here, Gemini, is everybody had a part to play in this, right? There's three sides to this story. There's your side, Gemini, there's the counterpart's side, and then there's everybody's side combined from an outsider's perspective. Okay? So let's pick these cards up, okay? Let's get it all. Tower came out. So I feel like this is going to have to come to an end. This isn't a withstanding. You guys may very well have children together. Something that is connecting you other than this soul tie. Okay? There's something else that's connecting you here. And I feel like this withholding or withstanding, this resistance that I'm feeling, it's not something that can be withheld. It's not something that can stand for the long term. And so whatever it is that you guys need to accept on both people's parts, I feel like what's coming out here is there needs to be some healing. In order for this wish fulfillment to happen, there needs to be balance. So let's see, Gem. The next question I want to see is, what are they not telling you, right? What are they not telling you in this situation? What are they not saying here? Because listening is listening in between the lines, like listening to what they're not saying. So what is it that they're not saying here? Okay. I feel like what they're not saying here is there's another connection. There's another person that they have a connection with here that's similar to this connection. They have the same type of feelings with that person as they do with you, Gemini. So there needs to be an understanding that there's definitely multiple people involved in the situation. I also feel like at this point, Gemini, they may feel more fulfilled from that other connection than they do from you or your guys' connection because of all of the water under the bridge and no forgiveness. Okay? I do feel like this does feel like a sense of betrayal to you, right? This feels like heart-wrenching. I do also feel like that may be what you need to accept here, Gemini. That may be what is causing a lot of this resistance is you not accepting their other connections. We all have multiple soulmates. We're all connected to each other in certain ways, but some people have stronger soul ties than others, and that's what's coming out here, Gemini. So let's get a little bit more information. Spirit, can you give us some more information on this? Feel like there needs to make a decision, Gemini. This is your energy, okay? I feel like right now you're feeling kind of trapped by the situation, like you don't know how to move forward. I feel like what needs to happen here, once you go through this acceptance process, once you accept what's gone on and where you guys are at and the water under the bridge, you're going to start being able to forgive. You're going to start being able to release this. But it's not going to happen until you accept. You're going to have to accept, Gemini, where this connection is. And they're going to have to accept as well. I feel like they may also be going back and forth on this. You know, one minute they are feeling fulfilled by this other connection, and one minute they're not. But right now, Gemini, what is going on by their actions, by what their intentions are coming out here and what they're hiding, I feel like you're going to have to make the decision that's best for you. So I always talk about getting clear on what you want the outcome to be. And I feel like that's definitely the case here. I want you to sit down and envision, okay? Where do you see your life going? Like, where do you see your life headed, right? Do you see yourself traveling a lot? Do you see yourself, owning a business? Whatever it is that you're planning on doing. And then see if the situation, how it is right now, the stress, the trauma, the going back and forth, this person's indecisiveness, is that going to help you reach your goals, or is it going to hinder you from reaching your goals? And then make a decision based on that, based on what's best for Gemini. And I feel like the counterpart needs to do the same. By getting clear on where you see your future going and seeing if this situation as it is right now, accepting it as it is right now, if it's going to be able to align with your future. So for instance, Gemini, let's say this person was in another connection, and let's say that other connection, they started another family, had another baby, right? And they're still indecisive. They're still going back and forth between you and this other person. And they may reach out from time to time to you, Gemini, and express this and all this stuff. But think about it. now that they have a family with you and a family with this other person, how is that going to look moving forward? You know, there's always going to be this back and forth between two people unless one person walks away. So you're really going to have to determine here, Gemini, if that is resonating with your scenario. Now, that's just an example I came up with in my head. So it could resonate with your situation, but if it doesn't, leave it as it lies. But if that is your situation, think about it. Like, would you really want to would you even be able to entertain the back and forth drama headed where you're going? And I really feel like here, Gemini, that this indecisive energy is what you're releasing here. Okay. Let me get a couple cards for the advice, and then we will always pull a power thought card at the end of every message. So a couple cards for a little bit of advice here for Gemini spirit. So I feel like definitely focusing on your career. So we got the 10 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Swords. So I feel like you're going to be moving on here. Okay, and it may feel like a sacrifice. It may feel like something that you're sacrificing. But I feel like you're really determined on where you're headed, where you're going. And by choosing this, by making this decision for yourself, it's going to set the stage, okay? It's going to start bringing in abundance by letting go of this negativity and focusing on yourself. This person may even feel that and switch their energy, switch their focus. But I want you to focus here, Gemini, and not worry about this past crap, okay? Focus on the future. 3 of Wands. Focus on the future. Get in that planning mode. Either review and revise that plan or review and release this situation and then reevaluate the plan moving forward. Because you might have incorporated this person in that plan, and if that was the case, there's obviously a need to make some adjustments. And hence why it may feel like a sacrifice. So I feel like it's in your best interest to let this situation go. I feel like ultimately that's what's coming out here. I feel like that's the moves that you're going to make. Your person, I feel like, has already moved on here, Gemini, but I feel like they still go back and forth within themselves. And depending on their situation, they probably need some healing within themselves. But what I'm getting here, Gemini, is you ain't got time for that mess. That's what I see. Okay. So, Gemini, this is where I'm going to leave you guys. Feel like that's a pretty good, solid message coming out here. I am going to do an extended reading, however. In the extended, we'll take a look at the next moves or the next potential moves, steps moving forward. And then we'll look at a little bit deeper into the advice, a message from Spirit. We'll pull out the guidance cards and the Soul Truth deck. So if that is something that you're interested in, Gemini, you are more than welcome. The link is below in the description. Let's get your power thought card out here. Most important message here for Gemini Spirit. What does Gemini need to see here? Positive affirmation, please and thank you for Gemini. I turn every experience into an opportunity. Each problem has a solution. All experiences are opportunities for me to learn and grow. I am safe. So Gemini, that is the message I have coming out for you guys for the month of March. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, sharing the content. You guys are all amazing. And I look forward to seeing your beautiful souls again soon. Namaste.